Good evening. Tonight I'm going to be making a video along with my beautiful wife Carrie to explain why we're making these videos, what we're planning on doing in the future, and other upcoming videos that we have on the horizon. So I'm just trying to give a indication of what we're working with and how much alcohol we have and the good things and the bad thing about having that much alcohol. So I'm gonna go ahead and go make a drink with one of these things, because right now these items here on our bar are nearly dead soldiers that we want to get rid of, so we have no need to store them. So we're going to look at some of these items we have, make a drink, and explain what's going on in the future. As you can see, we have quite a bit of alcohol to get through to reduce our numbers for our upcoming trips and expeditions. So with that being said, we're going to try to get through this as much as we can. And one of the things that are on our list right now is the limoncello. And all these alcohol bottles aren't just bottles. They're actually little snippets from things we've done throughout our lives. Like, for instance, this bottle here we picked up in Las Vegas on one of our many trips. And we've traveled quite a bit. Maybe not as much by other people's standards. For us, it's quite a bit. And this one here is called Vasa. It was from Sweden when we went there. It is an alcoholic beverage that was found on a ship that had been sunk back in 1628, and they found remnants of the ingredients and tried to reconstruct it, and this is what they came up with. And other items like this here is aquavit. This here we got in the Czech Republic at a place called Garage 22, and it was difficult to find. And in Prague they don't have any distilleries to visit that you can tour except for this one, which is Garage 22, and it's a very interesting little place. It actually is a little garage, and we had to take a train to get there and walk a ton of miles. Well, okay, we had to walk quite a while and see a lot of different interesting things that we're just not used to seeing, being from the Midwest. And when we finally got there, like I said, it was a garage, and we walk in and they had all the ingredients, different dried things, waiting to ferment, all scattered all over this garage. And they have they didn't just make aquavit, they made different types of gin and rum or whatever with different flavorings in it. But we got the aquavit because we had never heard of it, and it's actually really good, mostly smelling. I mean, it's good tasting too, but it's like, smells like caraway seeds. But we walked in and everybody looked at us like, what are we doing in the garage? But after we explained what we were doing, they're really nice about it, and they showed us around, and we were able to buy several bottles of liquor.
And they gave us several samples of all their different bottles.
Yeah, they're very welcoming. So yes, if you're in Prague and you want to go to a distillery, just jump on a train and go to Garage 22 and look it up. So yeah, so everything is like a snippet of time. I mean, we went to Full Throttle in South Dakota. We went to Ireland and did a great tour with somebody who was pretty high up in the in that company. That we went there, and to Rowan Company, which is a distillery nearby the Guinness, and we took a class on how to make drinks. And one of the people we were talking to had asked us if we had gone to the Guinness distillery. We had said that we went there, but there was a long line there. And this person happened to be pretty high up in the hierarchy at that company. He's like, you know what, when we're done here, let's go ahead and take a walk over there. So when we were done having our mixed drinks that we had just created, we walked over to the Guinness factory, which was not too far away, and he took us through a back door, and we got to see all these different drinks they were coming up with and potential new Guinnesses. Tasting. We got to taste all these different types of beers they were getting ready to make, experimental. And they took us up to the upper level, and they had a table reserved for us overlooking our Dublin. And got us some Guinness and watched some Irish dancing, and then he bid us farewell, and we sat there and had a little bit to drink, and that was the end of that. But it was just some of the experiences that you can get with alcohol and traveling.
And this one, which I've done a gin and tonic review on Rock 12, came from San Bernardino, California. We were out there for our son's graduation from the military, and trying to kill some time, we found a distillery, which was they're trying to get a venue created, so they had, lights strung, they were having an organization or some kind of event that night, but she gave us tastings, and of course we bought 2 bottles, and it was very good.
Yes, as you can see that she has done all of that.
It's almost all gone.
But they also have animals. So if you like animals, I can't remember if they have pigs and goats or something that they had named that were pets, and they were out there having a good old time. You could go out and pet it, whatever you want to do. So yeah, so if you go out and do stuff and you just meet people and you get a chance to try some of this alcohol, I mean, we have a bunch of other ones over here that maybe over time we'll go ahead and talk about. We're not too far, 5 or 6 hours from Kentucky, so every now and then we'll just drive up there and go to a distillery and check it out.
The one thing I want to say is that we never get special privilege. We just started making YouTube videos a couple months ago, or a month ago, so no one knows we're YouTubers. Well, I wouldn't even call us YouTubers right now because we're still trying.
I don't think anybody on YouTube knows we're YouTubers right now. Considering we've gotten 3 views, but
so the experience we have is just from talking to people. We just happened to talk to that guy at Row & Co, and he invited us over, and we stopped by this distillery and got there, and when we were in Vegas, we went and met, I don't remember his name, at what's that museum?
Oh, it was the Nevada
Clark County Museum. Clark County Museum.
Yes.
The one person from Clark County Museum who worked at Pawn Stars and always gave appraisals.
Yeah, we just happened to bump into him while he was there, because he was actually the caretaker of that museum at the time.
And it was his last day before retirement.
And it was his last day before retirement. We just got a chance to go up and talk to him and say hi. But we were in Vegas and buying limoncello and going to different casinos. Sometimes they sell stuff. We went to the Hoover Dam Casino and got a good deal on some Grand Marnier. So a lot of these bottles that we have can tell a story. So, but with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and make a drink with my limoncello called a sparkling limoncello. And with that, I have some crushed ice cubes in here. And I'm actually making a double batch because I'm kind of thirsty.
And I am bringing back here, what was this called? You made this one?
It was just salted caramel cider. Actually,
so salted caramel vodka was one of the vodkas here. I'm not sure
one of the Nearly Dead Soldiers. Yeah.
That's almost empty and we're trying to get rid of. And earlier I made a drink with the Irish Killibegan Irish whiskey. This was the very first Irish whiskey we've had since it's probably been 20 years.
We've had that bottle about 20 years.
And of course it's not very good, so it's not very good.
It's also, back in the day, we just bought the cheapest alcohol we could find, and that was probably one of them. Well, it was one of them. So alright, so I just got some ice in here, 3 ounces of lime juice, 3 ounces of limoncello, a little extra there. And then you put some simple syrup in there. It says 2-3 teaspoons, but
we like it sweet.
I like mine sweeter, so I'll dump a little bit more in. Very good. Pull that bad boy up. Go ahead and shake this. Shake it till I almost pass out. Pour my glass.
Wow, it looks good.
I'll be sticking good tonight. put some sparkling water in. And then garnish with a little bit of mint. You have yourself a sparkling limoncello. Never tried one of these, so we'll see how it is. That's good.
Oh, I couldn't tell by the look on your face. That is good. And I'm not a limoncello person, but that is very good. I like sours.
So, with that being said, the reason we're making these videos is we are getting ready to retire at the end of this year and are looking for a hobby. And this always popped up, and we've enjoyed watching YouTube. We've watched a lot of people that have made different drinks. Anders Ericsson. And we've watched, who's the guy from Australia? The bar guy?
Steve the bartender.
Steve the bartender, yeah. Sorry, I haven't got the smiling down like he does. I'll have to work on that. And we watched people do videos from Las Vegas that we always enjoy watching. And we watched people that have done travel videos for a long time, like Endless Adventure and Sam and Audrey, which we really enjoyed. And we thought that we could do it as well. Maybe not as well, but at least enough to entertain people. And we realize right now that our videos are not that great because, okay, they're not good at all. But the point is we're just starting. We're trying to understand where we're going, how to do this stuff. We don't have a lot of equipment to do it, but hoping people bear with us and want to go along our travel with us, because what we're planning on doing is making these videos so that we can chronicle what our future plans are and how our life is going to go. Because, like I said, we're going to be retiring in September, and at that point we are going to be selling everything we own, and whatever we have left will have to fit in a 5x5 storage closet for our return. So we're getting rid of most everything except my alcohol. So, well, our alcohol. Mostly my bourbon. But we need to trim it down some so we're not taking up too much of our space with just alcohol, as bad as that sounds. But what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to sell our house. We're going to start traveling, and one of our first travels will be into Germany here near the end of the year when we retire. But at that point, our house likely won't be sold. That'll just be a trip to visit somebody. And then when we come back, we'll be selling the house and then traveling full time, with an emphasis starting on going to Southeast Asia for the winter. I am not a big fan of cold weather, so that will be our first trip, and we'll be doing the winter there. I'm not sure exactly where we'll be staying, but I'm sure it's going to involve Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Malaysia, and possibly Singapore. And then also, that's just one part of our name, because we have 3 parts to it. So that would be the sites. And we've been making a lot of just alcohol videos lately because we haven't been doing a whole lot of traveling. I mean, we've been doing small excursions on the weekend and stuff like that, but maybe nothing that would interest people a whole lot. But we're going to Vegas next week, so we'll be spending a week there, and hopefully have some content for you. And hopefully somebody will find that interesting or worthwhile and make a comment. We've not yet had a comment, good or bad. Couple dislikes.
And then the last part is slots, because we do like to gamble and we focus on slots. And even the funny thing is, if we're in a different country, Ireland, Prague, we find a casino and we go to the casino, and a lot of times they have games similar to the U.S. Sometimes they don't, but we just love gambling. We're not very good at it, but we love it.
And the thing is, if you want to seem like a baller, go to Argentina and start gambling. Man, I thought I was betting $1 million a spin, and here was like $1.50, and it was max betting. But you know what? I think we've won in every country we've been in, doing a lot better than we have here in the States. Because I just don't get it. I watch all these guys doing their videos and they're winning all kinds of money. We go all the time, and I don't think we ever walked out of Vegas with money.
Yeah, and we've always watched the how-tos, how to bankroll, how to do everything, and we've tried everything, and nothing works for us. So now we just do what we want because we have fun doing
Yeah,
it.
the videos don't work. If a game's gonna pay out, it's gonna pay out. My goal is to get my money back in liquor, so, but we have a good time, we go there and try all different food and we don't just hit all the, there's a million people out doing Vegas stuff. We like going to different things like Rhyolite or going out in the middle of nowhere and looking around or
Gosh.
going to POs. Just interesting things that have happened out there and looking around. And obviously we have not done any videos out there because we're just starting, but
Hopefully this week we'll have a couple.
yeah, hopefully you guys like it. I don't know. But like I said, give us a comment, let us know, and we will.
And if you can see any of this alcohol and you want us to make a drink, let us know, because we have to be done with this probably by November, December at the
Yeah,
latest.
latest. Well, we'll be
So-
here for December because there's a allocation drawing, so.
Okay. So we probably won't be selling everything and moving until the first of the year,
Mhm.
but
But like I said, give us a like, give us a look, give us a comment. Or you get a comment, we appreciate just one person saying, hey, you know what? Interesting
We're
stuff.
with
Or you suck, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll take whatever we can get. But, alright. Thank you. Bye.